Umar, you can started your host now.
All right, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can anyone please confirm that my screen is showing or not?
Yes, sir, it
Yes.
is showing.
All right. So, welcome to all of you, the class of third class in this session, and Assalamu alaikum to all of you.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum assalam, sir.
So, we just start with the HTML table. Okay, so now we will see that how to create a HTML table. Uh, so we will just back to the code, and we will just type a table tag over here, and after the table we will type the tr represent the table raw. Okay, I'll just remove it and I'll type it step by step. Also remove this style tag as well. So first I just type with the tag table tag. It's a table clothing tag, and as you can see, so we will just start with this row first. Uh, in the first row, we are just seeing here is written the company, contact, and country. So how this will uh, type in the code? So we may just start with the tr tag. Tr is the abbreviation of table row. We just type the opening tag, and we will just close it with the closing tag. And these are the rows, single rows. So here we have we just count the rows. How many rows we have in this table? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we will make 7 tr over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Okay, so under the 7 rows, we have 3 each column in a row. So how we may make these columns in a row? So we will make column in a row with the td table detail. So we just type the first one tag is the opening tag, and the second tag is a closing tag. So we will use 3 td tag over here. Because why? Because in each column we have 3 columns. Sorry, in each rows we have 3 columns. So that's why we will use it. So in the first column, here it's written company, so we will just type the company, and in the second column it's type the contact, so we just type contact, and in the third column it's written the country. So I just save it and then run this code and check its layout. Here is table. As you can see, uh, 3 columns showing in a row. But if you want this border, so how we may add this border? so we may add this border through the style sheet. So we just type the style tag over here. What is the use of style tag? Style tag comes under the CSS. CSS we have already discussed a little bit about the CSS. CSS stand for Cascade Style Sheet, and we use CSS for any sort of customization and for any sort of uh, using the customization and to add the for padding and then uh, customize any sort of text like we did previously, we just changed the color. So how we may change the color? We just change the color through the CSS. Previously, we see we use the CSS under the tag. So that is the uh, first type of CSS, and this is called inline CSS. So how we may do inline CSS? As we can see in this code, we use this sort of CSS. So this sort of CSS is called inline CSS, and now we will use internal CSS. So in this type of CSS is called internal CSS. Here we have three type of CSS. So we will discuss the third type of CSS in later. So first we will make the border like this in our HTML. So how we may make the border? So we just type the td tag selector. What is a selector? Selector is it can be anything through which uh, we can target the tag or target or the attribute. So in this case, we just targeting the td. So we just type the td. Here is a tdr selector, and in the td we just type the add the border property, and we just give it the value 1 pixel solid, and then we just type its color like black, blue, green, yellow, whatever we want to use. And I'm just save it and then go back to browser and then refresh the page. As you can see, border is displaying on it. And now we will just type rest of the table over here. So we just type the three TDs in each row. And we just type its content like Alfred and its contact and its country, Germany. So I just copied it with rest of the rows instead of typing. Simply I just change its name. Mexico. So I'm just save it and then go back to the browser, then refresh the page. Now you can see the table is designed. So if you have any question on this, so please ask. So should I proceed?
Brother Muhammad, I have a question. So regarding the rows in the table, is there a way for you to look in the document? Let's say it's a huge document, right? Would you be able to refer to a specific row, or everything is just labeled with the same syntax, TD, instead of like TD1, TD?
I couldn't understand your question.
So sorry. What I meant is, I think it's the table design is like you go row 1, row 2, row 3, but the syntax is the same. TD for every single one of them.
TD, yes. The syntax will be the same.
Okay.
TD is used for the table detail.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
And for example, if you just want to add more column over here, so we just type another column and the TD, so it will just for example, I just want to add more column like address, so it will add one more column over here. And just save it. Now you may see
Okay,
one more column is added here.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, in this screen, as you can see, the first one column is bold and highlighted. So how we may bold this first one column? We have two options. First, we just add the B tag over here. So we may discuss the B tag in the last class. Can anyone please define the use of B tag?
The use of B tag is to make a text bold.
Yeah, just good. Okay, so we have two options here to make a text bold. So we just first type a B tag, and you can see the first tag is bold, and also we have the th tag. Th is used for table heading. So instead of using the B tag, we can use simply the th tag. Th is used for the table heading. So it's also it's showing that it shows that the first row is used for the table heading. So I just change it and then click on save and then refresh the browser. Now you can see the first row is bold due to the th tag, and why the border is not showing on this first row because we are just targeted only TD to border. So if you also want the border on the th tag, so we just simply type the comma over here and type the th just, and then now refresh the page. So as you can see, the border is showing on the table heading tag as well. What is the use of comma? Instead of because for example we have the we want the same property use in the under the TD and under the TH. So instead of typing in the 2 times, so I just using the comma just denotes that the same property will use on both of the tag, on TH tag and TD tag. Here we have 2 steps. We can either use like in this way. For example, this also a correct way to use the border, but this is a long line of code. Instead of using this, so I'm just simply type over here in this way, like TD comma TH. So it just simply the line of code is 3 line of code, and if we just count this code, so here we have 6 line of code. So instead of using this, we just simply use this way. So this is a professional and effective way to use this. So if you have any question on this, so please ask.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Omar.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, I noticed that the address is centralized, even though you didn't put it like in the center. Is it all this, the title, is this centralized by automatically or not? Also, a second question, if how about the size of the row if I want to make it larger or smaller? If there is a way to do that?
No, this is auto adjustable by the table, but we can also customize its row through the CSS.
Oh, okay.
Currently, I'm not change its row and change its style. It's by default style, and it's occupying a by default width.
So by default, it's centralized.
Yes, it's by default assigned class heading, but we may have the option to customize it.
Okay. How about resizing the rows? Is it possible, or
Yes,
it has to be
it's
like that, you know?
absolutely possible.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. For example, if we just make the row like I just type over here the TD and TH. Again, I'm just typing over here. Customize its width, column width. So I just type width and type 100 px. So it will reflect over here. As you can see, the each column has the 100 pixel row, and if I just change it to 200 pixel, so it will change it to 200 pixel. So it depends on us, on our requirement, so we can customize it through the CSS. All right, so do you have any question about the table or about the previous session? So you may please ask. Walaikum assalam.
If you look at the source code for the HTML, where you put border 1 pixel solid black, is there a rule that we follow to attain that, or we can just place it anyhow?
Yes, we have a rule to type this to set the border. We have also said instead of solid, we have type the dash border, DASH. dashed. So you can just see over here, instead of solid, it's on a dash border, or we can also have another option as well, like dotted. As you can see, it's changed it to
Yes.
dotted. So we may have the multiple option over here. The first instead of 1 pixel, we can also change it to 2 pixel, 3 pixel, 4, whatever we want. So we may just type over here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yes, we can also change its color, like blue, green, yellow. So but this is a same way we just type, like first we just define its the size, like 1 pixel, 2 pixel, and then the second property shows like the border style, like solid border and dash border, dotted border, and then third property define its color. We can also define the uh, in the breakups, like I just type the border width, like 1 pixel, 2 pixel, and border style, like solid, dash, dotted, and then border color, like blue, green, yellow. So instead of using 3 line of code, so I just type the 1 line of code. So it's just a summary of these 3 styles. All right.
Yeah, understood. Thank you, sir.
No problem. If you have any other question or anyone else, so please ask.
How can we access the screen that you're on? My understanding is that a screen, whatever changes we make, does not stick. But then we would have to copy whatever we have just tried on this screen into the
Yes,
source code.
yes. We just simply right click on this screen and then click on the inspect,
Okay, got it.
and
Thank you.
then yes, no problem. Any other
Which
question?
browser you are using?
Currently, I'm using Chrome.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So, any other question? Okay, I'm just go to the next slide. Okay, so we just discussed the HTML table over here. Okay, now we will discuss the attribute border collapse. So, what is the use of border collapse? Border, collapse property sets whether table border should collapse into a single border or be separated as in a standard HTML. So, we just check the use of border collapse. As you can see, uh, as you can see, when I just add this property border collapse over here, so it will just collapse the border into a single border. So so we may use this property border collapse for single border instead of double border. When I just disable this property, so you can see it's reflect like each cell shows its own border. So instead of using this, we may just type the property border collapse uh, collapse value. So it's just showing a single border. So we may have option to use in this way either, or also we can use in the internal cases. So if you just type the through the style tag, so we may type over here in this way. And if we want to type the same style over here, so we just type the first, I just type it selector. So what is the selector? Should I type the table tr or td over here? What will be the selector? Can anyone please tell me?
What is the question?
My question is, I just type the internal CSS, sorry, inline CSS border collapse, and I just want it to add in the style tag instead of inline CSS. So what will the selector over here?
TD.
TD.
Table.
So table, yes, right. Because I'm just targeting the table instead of TD, because I'm not targeting the TD. So I just type the table and then curly braces and then type the property border collapse and type is its property. So I just remove it over here and then refresh the browser.
Interrupt you there.
Now you can see
Why
the
are you
reflection.
focusing on table but not TD? Can you kind of elaborate on that if you don't mind?
Sorry, I couldn't understand.
Why is it table but not TD?
Why is it table? Because I'm using the border collapse on the table tag, not the TD tag.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you.
No problem. So just type the th over here. Okay, so as you can see, the difference of the inline CSS and the internal CSS. For example, if we just want to use this border through the inline CSS, so we may just so we may have to type the style tag in each tag, style attribute in each tag. So instead of too much typing, so we just simply type over here in this way. So this is the shortest way and the professional way. Have you got it? This syntax?
Sorry, could you repeat it one more time, please?
I said, for example, if I just want to add the border in the TD and the TH tag, instead of internal CSS, I just wanted the inline CSS, so we may have to type the lots of code. For example, we have to type style tag, and under the style, we have to define the each tag like border 1 pixel solid, and then type its color like black. So in each tag, I just need to add the same attribute style, and then type its property, and then type its value. So instead of typing this, so this is a short way to using this instead of like the in the HTML tag.
Okay, understood. Okay, use the fantasy.
Okay,
Thank you.
so no problem. Back to the slide. Okay, so we just see the border class attribute, the use of border class attribute, and then just move on the call span attribute. Call span, what is the use of call span attribute? An HTML table with a table cell that spans two columns. As you can see, in each row have two cells, two columns. Like, but in the last row, the only have the one column. So how we may create this sort of table? So we just simply see in this way. As you can see, it's a table tag, and under the table we have tr table row, and under the table we have th uh, in the first row, and in the second row we have td. In the third row we have two tds, and in the last row we have only one table detail, and we just type the call span 2. So call span 2 define that this column occupy the two column space. So I just run this code, table call span. So you may just see the difference. Each column occupy each row occupy two column, but in the last row occupy only one column. Why? Because we just define its call span 2, and if I just remove it over here, so you may just see the difference. It occupy now only one column. We may also increase this like 3, 4, 5, whatever we have. It's as per our need and as per our demand. So I just increase one column. Now you can see, now it's occupy 3 column row. Okay, now back to the slide. Now this slide is consists of the raw span attribute. What is the use of raw span attribute? It's unlike the column space attribute. It will just occupy two raw space on a column. So how we may make this table? So we may just simply make this table like in this way. So I just type the raw space to previously we just type call span 2, and now in this table we type raw span 2 because why we just occupy a raw span. Just simply type its code, save it code, and then run it. Now you can see the difference. The first two column is a blank, as you can see in the code. First two column is blank, and then third column type the Bob and Alice. Third column Bob and Alice, and the second row it's just type favorite, and in the after the favorite it's type color blue, purple, and you can see color blue, purple, and under that it's showing flavor banana, chocolate. So it's written over here banana flavor, banana, chocolate.
Can you
And
remove the first two uh, column header and just show us the difference, like
first
these
two,
two,
this
and
one,
just see how?
should I?
No, the one that is
This,
empty.
the one is empty. Okay.
Yeah, first two, and let's see how it looks. You don't have to remove.
Okay.
Oh, that's why.
Second is
Okay.
empty.
But it doesn't give us a good output. Okay, that's fine. That's why those empty table headers are there. Got it.
And now you can just see the least favorite. Least favorite occupy a two row column. So we just type over here raw span 2. So it shows this column occupy a 2 row space. So we just type simply raw span 2 and then type the color yellow, pink. So it's showing color yellow, pink, and in the last row it's showing flavor mint and walnut. So it's showing flavor mint and walnut. So you may see the difference of the raw span and the column space. Column space it occupy a column space, and raw span occupy a uh, rows span.
Can you go back to the HTML page where you show the table? No, the output of this page.
This is the page
Yeah,
of.
yeah. Just a second. So, color. So I'm just wondering, in which situation this type of format will be useful? I know that you have rows span 2, the rows are spanning on 2. I mean, where would you use it? What is the practical application of that if you build the website?
Yes, we can use in the multiple situation. For example, if you are using in a to making the financial modeling, so we need it on the financial, like in the accounting, and we want to show in a stats, so we can also use this sort of table.
Okay,
We
kind
have
of
a lot
like
of example.
average, showing the average values. For example, average salary can go,
Yes, yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yes,
Okay.
we can also use the table in the product description, like as we can see in the Amazon, and we can also see in the Daraz and Alibaba in the description section, description and the specification section. It's showing in the table.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Thanks.
no problem. Okay, now back to the slide. Okay, now we'll just see the HTML list. So we have two type of list. The first one is the unordered list, and the second is the ordered list. So what is the difference of unordered and ordered list? As you can see, ordered list, we use ordered list. For example, when we have a sequence, for example, like the step 1, step 2, and step 3, and we can use another list when we have no any sequence. So how we may make this order and another list? So we can create the order and another list this way. I just remove this table. UL denotes that another list, and under the UL it's I just type li. Means it's showing the list. So I'm just typing over here item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5. Save it. And then refresh the page. Now you can see list is prepared. And if we want to use the order list, so how we may create the order list? We just simply type OL instead of UL. OL denotes that order list. Now you can see it's showing a number instead of bullet. Now this is the HTML description list. What is the use of a description list? A description list, it's showing like in this way. For example, we have the multiple list, and in the multiple list we have the description on its description as well. So we may just simply type in this way. So now back to the code and then see that how we may make the description list. So we just simply type DL and under the DL we just type the DT. DL stand for description list, and DT stand for description tag, and DD stand for description data or description detail. Okay, so I just simply type its document and then refresh the page. Now you can see description list is prepared now. So we may just see the 3 type of list. Number 1 is the unordered list, and then we see the order list, and then we see the description list. Okay, now back back to next slide. The next slide is the HTML block and inline element. We have already discussed about the block and the inline element. Can anyone please tell me the use of inline and block element? What is the use of block or inline element? We have already discussed in the previous section. Can anyone please tell me?
So I think a block element would denote a specific section within the HTML document, right? So for example, as listed on the presentation, an article, for example, or a header, a section or a footer, right? Whereas the inline element is something that is specific to one element, right?
Yes, right, good. So what is the use of block element? Block element just occupy a whole line. For example, I just type the ABC. ABC just occupy a 3 word. Okay, so if I just type under the block element, so it will just occupy a whole line instead of the specific word. So if I just type the ABC under the inline element, so it will just occupy only a 3 word space, and the rest of the column will be empty. So we will just see the difference over here. So I just simply type hello world under the diff. Diff is a block element or inline element. Can anyone please tell me?
It's a block element.
It's a block element. Okay, good. And I just type the like. So I just save it and then refresh the page. Now you can see the difference. Hello world occupy a whole line. Why? Because it's a block element, and if I just cursor the diff, so it will just as you can see, it will just occupy a whole line space, and it will also show you the width and the height. The width is 1350 and the height is 18. And if I just hover the Umar span element, so it will just occupy only a, a, Umar space only. So it will not occupy a whole line space. As you can see, if I just hover on the early span tag, so it will only occupy a 3-word space. So here's the difference of the inline or in the block element. Okay, now move.
Sorry, Mohammed, can you please go back to what you're referring to? So when you hovered over the hello world, I'm sorry, I kind of skipped the differentiation between the two.
I just hover hello world, so you can see the highlighted. It will highlight the whole line. Have you seen it?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
the blue, yes.
Yes, the blue. Okay, so if when I hover the span element, so it will just only occupy a Umar.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, now move to the HTML class attribute. So what is the use of HTML class attribute? Is used to specify a class for an HTML element. Multiple HTML elements can share the same class. The class attribute is often used to point a class name in a style sheet. It can be used by a JavaScript to access and manipulate elements with the specific class name. Okay, so we'll just discuss the class attribute. What is the use of class attribute? For example, I just want to change the color of this list. So we have two options. The first option is I just simply type the attribute style attribute, and under the style attribute I just need to type the its property, like how to change the color through the color property, and then type its value, like I just want to change its color to blue, and then save it. Now you can see it change its color blue. If I just want to change all of the item into a blue color, so how we may make in a shortest way? Can anyone please tell me what will be
Yes.
shortest way?
In the CSS section. So yes,
section.
yes, up here, up under the table, right?
Under the table.
So define it here. in this section, in the style section.
Okay, so how we may type over here?
So what are we trying to do? I'm sorry.
I'm trying to change its all of the item color into blue.
So now I have to go down to, I'm sorry, can we look at the syntax at the bottom? What does it look like?
In this document?
Yes, so we're looking at the OL, right? We're trying to change the color of the OL or the UL. The UL, right?
UL, yes.
Yes, so
So what should I type over here?
UL.
UL, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, enter.
Enter, okay.
And then color.
Color.
Sorry, we have to open the parentheses like above, right?
Open the parentheses. Okay, yes, good.
Okay, and then put color.
Put color. Okay.
Yes. And then define the color.
Okay, and just type the blue. Okay, so I just remove it over here. So this is the right syntax. But I just want to change the color of the li. So.
Oh, I would change it to li then. Instead of ul to li.
Change to ul to li. Okay. Okay, now I just refresh the page. But I just only want to change this ul color, not the li color. So how we may do that?
Oh, can we go back to the syntax, please?
Okay. Yes. If I change it to ul.
ul, yeah.
Okay.
And then that's it.
And
right?
then this. Okay. Okay. All right. Good. But for example, if we have two ul in this document, two ul and if you have two ul and I just want to change the color only first ul, so how we may do that?
We're gonna have to now further define the syntax in the style section, right?
Further define the section in the style section. So how we may do that?
ul then comma.
Ul then comma. Okay.
And then we have to take some other characteristics from the syntax at the bottom.
The bottom, how?
Can you go down, please?
Yes.
So yes, item 1, comma, item 2, right? Maybe.
So I just type item 1. No. Item 1. It's not a attribute. Item 1. It's a value.
Data. Yeah, you're right.
It's a content.
So
it's a data. Yeah. So we can't use it over here.
So is there a way to differentiate between the first li, ul
yes.
and li, and the second ul and li section?
Yes, it's another way. It's a 2 to 3 way. So we will just
put a div with an ID.
Sorry, what did you say?
Can we put a div with an ID? Then we apply it to that block directly.
I just want to give the ID. You said.
Yes, we define a div in the style, and then we simply apply that using an ID.
Div in this style.
Yes.
You mean
hash,
I just
for
type
example,
the
div 1 as an example. Yeah.
Div 1. Okay.
So, and then below we need to apply the div 1 as an ID.
Div 1 as an ID. So
Yes.
how we can add the ID? Can you please tell me?
We put the whole UL block inside a div.
Inside the div. How?
We select the block of code, including the UL, and then we apply, we enclose it within the div tag. And then say, for example, we have a div1 above in the style. In the head style, we say div1, and then we apply ID is equal to div1 between double quotes. I'm not so sure.
Okay, I'm just telling. Okay. So first we will just discuss the HTML class attribute. So I just simply add the class over here. We will also discuss about the ID. You are also saying a good practice about the ID. So we will discuss later. So I just simply type the class like list one. So I just simply type the class dot list one. Okay, and then save it, and then refresh the page. Now you can see the color it's changed into blue, and this UL color it's constant same because now I'm only targeting this UL, as you can see. And if I want to change this UL color as well, so I just simply copy the same class into this. So you can see over here, this color it's also changed into blue. And if we want to change this style color as well, so we just simply copy the same class over here, because the class can be used in a multiple time or in a multiple tag. So this is the use of the class, and this is the option of the class. We can use the same class in the multiple section or in the multiple tags. So I just save it, and then you can see this OL color is also changed to blue. Have you got it?
Quick question.
Yes, thank you.
Hello, more. Why did you put dot list one?
Dot. Okay. Yes. Yes. This is a good question. What is the use of class? As we discuss, class is the selector. What is the selector? I just already told you that all of those are the selectors through which we can targeting the HTML tag or the HTML data. So these all are the selectors. For example, we can use the content through the HTML tag. So HTML tag is also a selector. Like we just targeted in the table. Table is a selector. TD is a selector. TH is a selector. So whatever through which we can change the style. So these all are the selectors. Okay. So but now currently we we are not using directly HTML tag because why? Because we just want to customize it more. So we use the class. Class it's also a selector. And why we use the dot? Because whenever we are using the class, so we will have to use it through the dot. If I remove it over here and then save this document and then refresh the page, so you may just see this the style is not applying on the web page. Why? Because it did not considering that we are applying this style. and when it will apply and when it will understand this style when we just put the dot, because through the dot it will consider it through the class. All of the class we are using in the doc, so we will just use through the dot. Okay.
So every time we use class, we have to use dot to.
Yeah. Yes.
Got it. Jazakallah.
All right. So just move it on the HTML ID attribute. So what is the use of HTML ID? HTML ID attribute is used to specify unique ID for an HTML element. You cannot have more than one element with the same ID in an HTML document. The ID attribute specifies a unique ID for an HTML element. The value of the ID attribute must be unique within the HTML document. The ID attribute is used to point to a specific style declaration in a style sheet. It is used by JavaScript to access and manipulate the element with the specific ID. So what is the difference between the ID and the HTML? So before going to tell you, so I'm just checking the chat. Yes, 2 minutes remaining. Okay. So we will have to end the session after the 2 minutes. So I'm just completing the HTML ID attribute session. So what is the difference between the ID and the class? The class is a common. We can use the multiple class in the multiple sessions, and the ID is like ID on our. It's like the national ID because it's a unique. It's same as the national ID, or the anything which is unique. ID is a unique, and we cannot use the same ID in the multiple times. For example, I just add the ID attribute, like we use the ID item. Okay, so and ID will be denoted with the hashtag, like the class. We use class with the dot sign, and whenever we are calling the ID, so we will have to use the hash. So and if you just want to change its color, red, now you can see this color, it's changed. Why? Because we are just typing it through the ID, and it will read one by one. So we can use the ID and the class in a same tag. So it doesn't matter. We can use both the class and ID in the same tag. Okay, so when I just trying to use this the same ID in the another tag, so it won't be apply on the second tag. Why? Because ID won't use in a multiple times. I just refresh the page. It shouldn't be applied, but why it's
I think because the ID is the same, right? Listed twice as item in the first list and the second list.
Item.
Why not you cover this in next class, brother Umar?
Yes, sure.
Because it's more than 1 hour. Some people may be not getting in. human brain work
Okay.
till 45 minutes. With coffee,
yes,
1
yes.
hour.
Yes, yes, you are
Sorry,
right.
maybe the ID is used within a div tag, sir.
In div
Is the
tag,
ID, yes, just to be able to uniquely identify it and apply the red color only to this block.
so we will discuss in the next section about the ID and the class in the detail.
You know, this is very important. We can cover in the next session in the deep. What do you think, guys? Because it's already more than 1 hour.
Yes, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
And we need to give rest to Brother Omar too, mashallah. He's doing great job. And everything is in the YouTube. So Omar, before you log out, just make me host, then I can
Yes,
stop
yes,
on the
sure.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yes, sure. I'm making you host.
So thanks everyone for attending the class. Inshallah, we will continue. And if you have anything confusion,